All right, so welcome again to our Super Monday Live Good presentation. We are happy to have you. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening down here in St. Lucia. I trust it is good in your area as well. I'm about to introduce to you the most exciting online business there is as we speak. And it has gotten to that position within 1 year of its existence, right? The aim of this organization is to improve health and to eradicate poverty. And how are we going to do it? Safe, legal, legitimate. And that's the way you want it. You want no Ponzi scheme. You want no scheming anybody, doing something that is clandestine or something that you don't understand or something that is illegal. We want to do everything to earn in a very, very legitimate and legal way. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. If you had a choice between health and wealth, which one would you choose? Health or wealth? And maybe somebody could type in and tell me H for health, W for wealth. You want to type that in the chat just to tell me which, if you had the choice, not both, but you had a choice between one or the other, which would be what would be your first choice? Which one would you choose? Marva, is anybody typing? Yep, I see some. Yeah, Marva say health. I see Shikana says health as well. Anybody else? What do you see? H for health, and W for wealth. Now, don't be shy. I mean, if wealth is it for you, then there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm seeing at least 2 persons saying that it is health first. All right. Now, in the Bible, there's an interesting story, a story of about a man that was lame in Acts chapter 3. And when he obviously wanted to be healed, but in his condition, he had kind of given up on being healed. So the next best thing was to make a living. And so he was placed at the gate called Beautiful every day, and there he would beg for money. Everyone who was entering into the temple, after all, if you enter into the temple, you ought to be some kind of Christian or Jew or somebody that is religious. So they're the best persons to ask for money, right? So he would ask for money. And here came Peter and John, right? The Bible and the sound says they met a lame man on the way, and he asked for alms. And they said, well, silver and gold we do not have, but such as we have, we will give. And what did they give him? They gave him his health again, right? He was asking for wealth because after all, who can heal me? Nobody can, but at least somebody can give me a dime. They don't even have to love me, but they can have some compassion on me and give it to me. So he was asking for what was less demanding. But here Peter says, we do not have wealth, but we have something better, and that is health. All right? And he restored his health. And of course, the Bible says he went walking and leaping and praising God, right? Because health obviously was ultimately what he wanted, right? The wealth was a secondary. So ultimately in life, health should be first place for us. But the wealth we need wealth as well, especially in this time are so hard, difficult. Everything you have to buy, it's just the price is just way up into the ceiling, and you definitely need some extra wealth to get you through. All right, but the good thing is that if you have health, then you have the potential to acquire wealth. All right, but if you do not have health, then that potential is gone, or maybe almost gone. All right, but here's the other thing persons do, and I'll tell you, and that's the intriguing thing. A lot of us, when we spend a lot of our health time, a good time when we are young and healthy, we spend it trying to acquire wealth. So we spend, and sometimes we waste our health because we work long hours, we do not take any rest and anything of that sort. We do not feed our body properly. It's just about being on the job and trying to make as much money whilst you still have your health. The sad thing is that when we spend all of our health acquiring wealth, it reverses. And now we have to spend the wealth to try to get back our health when we get old or when we break down. And the sad thing is that whereas you would have spent 40 years trying to make something, try to put some money aside for wet days, as we see, within the space of maybe one diagnosis, all of your wealth is gone. 40 years of giving up your health to acquire wealth, and one bad news could take all that wealth, just scramble. That's not fair, right? That's not fair. So here we did we have a company called LiveGood. It was established to give you both health and wealth, all right? To improve health and to eradicate poverty. Now, what is that business all about? LiveGood is a company that is established in the United States, in Florida to be exact. It's committed to helping people live good. And how does it do that? By bringing to you the most advanced nutritional supplement on the market. Now, when I say the most advanced, I actually mean when I go through the product, you will see why, right? But it is made with the purest, highest quality ingredients, and it is put together in such a way that it will achieve results. Now, you'd say, wow, with all of that, that has to be very expensive. Well, no. The other thing about LiveGood, it makes this product at rock bottom prices. And it makes it available to us, you know, without putting the high price that you would get in other companies. And you will see some of the we'll see examples. So the mission of LiveGood, to help people get healthy and to stay healthy without having to spend a fortune to do it. Sometimes we can get healthy, but it's difficult to stay healthy. Sometimes we can get healthy, but staying healthy costs a fortune. All right? Well, LiveGood is saying, we want you to get healthy. We want you to remain healthy. And you do not have to spend a fortune to do it. You don't have to break any bank because of the cost of doing so. The product that LiveGood makes available is so rock bottom cheap, really, just above the cost price, without any kind of markup on it. And it enables you to continue to use it, right? And to keep your health intact. Who has founded this company? Ben Glensky, the founder and CEO of the company. Is a man of experience, but not only just experience, but a man who loves people, right? And he loves to see persons do well. He is a product of the industry. He's a product of what he sells. He uses the product, he exercises, he does all of the things that a healthy person would do. And he can promote this, right? And promote and start this company to actually help people. He have over 20 years of experience in network marketing, and he have done a lot of things. He have been the managers of companies, but he have also owned his own nutritional company and made fortunes out of it, right? But he has a friend called Noda Kazan, who is even in network marketing longer than him, maybe 10 years before him, right? And he introduced this young man, as he always referred to him, into network marketing, and he's just proud to see what this young man have done in terms of the business that he has worked in, the business he has owned, and the fortune that they have made. But about 5 years ago, Ben Glensky walked away from it because he got to a place where he got really, really disappointed with what network marketing had become. It was supposed to be leveraging, networking, and getting everybody involved so that everybody can make a fortune, or maybe can make ends meet, all right? But it has turned out to be just a few persons who gain anything out of network marketing, and the majority are the ones supporting them gets nothing. And he just couldn't take it. He tried to speak to the industry, the people, the big boys, and say, we got to change this thing. We are not giving the workers enough, but they would not get it. And so he left it. And eventually, after the COVID, they formed a new company, and they have implemented what they believe network marketing ought to be. In order to have done so, they had to team up with Ryan Goodkin and his wife, Lisa Goodkin. They are the health individual. They are the ones who, Ryan Goodkin is the one who makes the products we are talking about. His wife is a health educator. They educate us on the products, but also educate us on our health. One of the things that Lisa Goodkin always talks about, she says, beyond lifespan, we have to be focused on health span. And that means how long do you live a healthy life? Because some persons can be living long. The drugs and everything else, you look at their prescription, it's about 9 medication to 13 medication, just trying to keep them up, trying to keep them alive. But their life is miserable. It's pills upon pills upon pills, it's doctor upon doctor, and they just don't have, they can't enjoy their health. So they live long, but the quality of their life is really, really bad. She always emphasized health span. Ensure that you're not just living long, but you're living quality. All right. And she does so much that she ensure that every individual understand that, and she gives all the information that you need to help you get there. Now, LiveGood is a direct sales company, unlike most network marketing company, but unlike the rest, LiveGood is seeing an explosion in interest and growth, right? What kind of growth are we talking about? In just 1 year of being in existence, LiveGood had amassed over 1 million people. We are now approaching 15 months. We are 14 months and a half, and we have over 1.1, approaching 1.2 million members already. Now, this is something that's unheard of in network marketing. Amazon, it took over 2 years to get 1 million person. And in 1 year, we had amassed 1 million persons. Why are so many persons interested in LiveGood? Why is it that the orders are going down, but LiveGood is going up? For one, you are able, in some instances, to save up to 75% on your products. The products that LiveGood makes available, you're able to save 75. So let me break that down for you. If you would get a good product in another network marketing company for, let's say, $100, LiveGood can make us that product available to you. Not the same product, because the company may have their name on the product, but a product similar to it with all the ingredients and maybe even better ones, and you can get it for $25. We are not talking about doing any kind of shortcut. We are not talking about giving you substandard products. We're telling you products that are even maybe higher in quality, because we deal with plant-based products, organic, US certified ingredients, right? And it is manufactured in the United States itself. It's not manufactured outside where the rules and the regulations are weakened. It's manufactured in the United States. And LiveGood, last year, in fact, this year, the English regulatory company said that LiveGood is the #1 in terms of distribution of health products. And that happens within just 12 months of its existence. Right? LiveGood was voted last year as one of the 5 best companies in the health industry last year. That's 12 months into its existence. There are companies, Herbalife, Usana, who have been there for years upon years. And LiveGood, in just one short space of 1 year, has surpassed them in growth and in interest and in quality. All right? So what about LiveGood that is different from the rest of network marketing? Well, most network marketing companies usually have a very good product. And that's one thing about network marketing. They do their research, and they bring to you the very, very best products. The problem with this product is that it's usually overpriced, right? Now, persons get onto network marketing. They're excited about the product. It's really good. It works. You hear persons' testimonial, and they are really excited about it. The problem is the price. And because the price is so much that persons, though excited, they tend to drop out within 2 months, 3 months. They just can't make the grade. They can't pay for it, right? And so what's the purpose if you're trying to get somebody healthy, but they could only use 1 bottle of your product? And a natural supplements and so forth can work for some persons really fast, but a lot of persons, it takes time to work, to undo all the damages by the chemicals, the toxins, and everything else. You have to it has to clean that up and then start to build. And so you need more than that. And so persons having started with eagerness and earnestness, but they just can't continue because they have the bills to pay. They have children, they have rent, they have utilities and so forth, and they have to make decisions that I got to drop this thing because I cannot continue. So LiveGood have eradicated that overpriced product. The other thing that LiveGood have removed is auto ship requirement. Auto ship, whether you like it or not, every month you have to buy. Products are sent to you. Whether you use it, whether you sell it, whether in some instance you have to sell for the company, other instance you have to use it for yourself or share it with persons. By next month, another shipment comes. And that is frustrating to persons because they just cannot continue. They have to send in the money for products that they don't need, they do not want, or maybe they just can't use. right? And so LiveGood says none of that. We have no auto ship requirement, no overpriced product. We do not have to sell any product for the company. It's not a requirement. If you do it, there's some advantage, there's some compensation you can get, but it's not a requirement. Now that's cool, right? Your rank is not based upon how much volume that you sell, right? We remove all of that, and you don't have to start over. The thing with most companies, after you've made your quota for the month, if you make enough points, then you get a compensation. But next month you have to start over again. LiveGood does not have any one of these. In other words, so we are saying disruption, paradigm shift in the industry, and that is what has galvanized the support. So almost 1.2 million persons have not just heard about LiveGood, but they have become members of the program. And I call it a program because it's really a lifestyle that LiveGood is promoting, right? Healthy lifestyle. The other thing that makes LiveGood attractive is that LiveGood has a membership, right? But it pays it pays back to its membership. Now, a lot of companies do have membership, like the credit union and so forth and so forth. At the end of the year, they might pay you back on some of the dividends, you know, on some of your shares and so forth. But that's just a little something. It takes a year before that mature, and you don't get much depending on how much shares that you bought. LiveGood actually has money being paid to individuals who qualify every week. And there is also monthly compensation, right? It's not for everybody. There are certain conditions that you have to meet to get it, but you'll see that the conditions are not difficult when we get into the compensation plan. So what are the products we are talking about? Number one, how much do you wish that you had the brain that you once had, the mental ability and acuity, the mental agility, the mental clarity, that you are able to remember things as much as when you were young. When the teacher taught you, you knew the rhymes and you know, the poems and so forth, you knew. As you start getting older, you begin to get forgetful. It's a part of the aging process, right? And it usually starts from the age 30, going to 40. You can't retain and remember the things that you once used to know. And a lot of the things that we still know now are things that we learned when we were kids. And they put it into a nursery rhyme and so on, you still know it. Try to learn a poem right now and to maintain it in your memory. It's not as easy. All right. Some persons can, but a lot of persons can't do it. How many times have you left upstairs to go downstairs? When you get there, you don't show exactly why you got there? It happens to us and we say, wow, I got a senior moment. Yes, indeed. Because there is what is happening in your brain that is called, in every cell of your body has different organelles, right? The cytoplasm, the nucleus, and so forth. There is something called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the energy producing center of every cell. So as oxygen comes into the cell, the nutrients, it burns and then it produces energy. That energy is needed to not only keep the cell alive, but to keep it active, to perform its function. As you begin to get older, the mitochondrial energy level declines. That's a natural thing as it relates to aging, right? When that decline, naturally the function and ability of the cells decline. So multiply, each cell may be working at 90% after age 40, right? And you have 2 billion cells, right? They're supposed to finish that work by at the end of the day, but they all working at 90%. So you know that it's going to take longer for you to finish the work, right? As you get older into the 50s, your energy level of the cells are down to maybe 75% or maybe 50%. That is what's happening. Now, every cell, if it's a muscle cell, your muscle will get weaker, right? But if it's a brain cell that's supposed to think and analyze and function and so forth, what's going to happen up there, right? Your mental clarity, your attention, your agility and so forth begins to also decline. And this is exactly what's happening now. How do you improve that? Well, LiveGood has a product called Methylene Blue. Now, it's not exclusive to LiveGood. In other words, it's not only LiveGood producing this, but you just haven't heard about it, right? Because it's a natural product. And because companies can't make patents on it, you know, and so forth, they do not promote it because they know what money is in there, right? So LiveGood says, let us bring this methylene blue onto the market. Now, methylene blue is so essential that the WHO have designated methylene blue as one of the 300 most important medicine in the world. You just never heard about it, right? Because again, there's not much money to be made from it. What methylene blue does, it has that ability to increase the amount of oxygen that is delivered to your brain cell. It passes through the blood-brain barrier and gets into your brain cell, right? And oxygen coming into the cell enables the factory to get activated and to produce more energy. The cells get the energy they probably have in store, and they can work much harder as they once used to when they were young. What that does for your body, it helps enhance your memory. It protects your brain cell from damage. It also supports allowing you to have a positive mood, and also improves your focus and your cognition, right? That's methylene blue. But methylene blue is a strip basically that you just put at the back of your tongue. You just melt onto your tongue. Then it does the work, right? So that's a good way of reactivating your brains and trying to get yourself to remember again. That's a good way, methylene blue. Multivitamins is important. Why is it? It's important because we generally, and the studies show, an American study show that 92% of all Americans are deficient in one or more vitamins or minerals, right? That's 9 out of 10 persons have a deficiency in a mineral or vitamin. Now, what happened in America is not altogether uncommon to what's happening down here. Maybe it might even be worse, right? So persons are not getting everything that their body needs from the food that they consume. It may be because of the choice of food that they consume, or it just may be because the food are produced in such a way, the manufacturing process takes away some of the nutrients that you get in the natural food, right? And the years that it stay in storage and the chemicals that they use, everything is contaminating the food. And so we are missing out on the minerals and the vitamins that we need. So how do you correct that? Well, you will need the best way, if you can't get all the organic raw food onto your plate, if you don't have land to plant it, or and so forth, you don't have the money to buy it, the best way is to get supplements. But you need to have a good choice of supplement. You can go on Amazon and get supplement. You don't even know what's inside of it. It probably tells you it has something, but it doesn't tell you how much it has of it. It might just be a sprinkle. So you don't exactly know what you're consuming. But LiveGood has made a multivitamins, and that Dr. Ryan Goodkins, that's what he specializes. He has a PharmD, that is a doctorate in pharmacy, and he's concentrating not on reactive medicine, but on preventative medicine. And he understands that, as any one of us know, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure, right? So if you can prevent yourself from getting ill, then you are better off than trying to correct the damage that has been caused after you're ill, right? So vitamins is important to keep our body, to put our body in a state where it can prevent disease. And even if you might be infected, but you can recover from it in a record time. All right, and that stems especially from the COVID epidemic that we just recently had. A lot of persons were deficient in vitamins and minerals, and these are important. People are concentrate a lot on protein. They concentrate a lot on carbohydrate. They look at their weight and know on what am I taking for protein and so forth. But they do not concentrate on the vital amines and the minerals that actually is important to give us good cardiovascular system and a good immune system, and to promote our health, our aging, right? So LiveGood has made this one available both for men and for women, and it is available for just I said $9.95 US for a month supply, 60 capsules in there, and it has all of this. You can see I'm not sure how big your device is, but you can see vitamin A, you can see vitamin C, vitamin E, B1, B2, B3, B6, folic acid, B12, biotin, B5, choline, iron, iodine, zinc, all of the important minerals and vitamins is in there, right? There is a one for men, there is a one for for women. The men one have one additional thing. That yellow band down here says lycopene. Lycopene is good to prevent the man, is good for his prostate. Now, because ladies don't have prostate, they'll not make proper, as much use of the lycopene. So there is that one that's additional to the man. The lady has additional iron in hers because the ladies need more iron than men, and other stuff. They have different concentration in it that is tailor-made for male and female. Vitamin D, how much do you know about it? Vitamin D is not readily available in plants. And I think the good Lord made it so, because it is so important to our immune system and maintaining a good health. God made it possible for us to manufacture vitamin D through our skin. So that as long as you are exposed to the sun, you will be able to manufacture vitamin D. So in other words, think of the Caribbean. I'm not talking about Marvel living in the cold polar sphere of the world. But think of the Caribbean. We have sun how many times a year? How many times during the year? Maybe 90% of the year we have sunlight, right? So we really should not be lacking vitamin D. But unfortunately, we do. And the reason is because we do not spend enough time in the sun, in direct sunlight. We tend to run away from the sun, right? We have an umbrella, we have sunscreen, we have darkened windows in our vehicle when we drive in air condition. We do not spend time in the sun. Persons who do spend time in the sun, like the laborers and those who work in the construction industry and so forth, they don't have a problem with vitamin D because they're getting enough dose of sun for the day. And you need it, right? Somebody told you that if you spend some time in the sun, you're going to get skin cancer. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but the chances of it happening to a Caribbean Black person is very rare. Very, very rare. These guys who spend time building, they spend almost the entire 8 hours in the sun. They don't come down with skin cancer. So who told you that you're passing through an alleyway or you're walking down the street, you're going to get skin cancer? That is just a fallacy, right? Now, would it happen to more Caucasian people? Maybe yes, because they do not have the protection that we have, the melanin that we have in our skin. But even they come down to the Caribbean and sit down on the chair on the beach, they don't get skin cancer. So I think it's a much ado about nothing, really. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I think they're overemphasizing the effect of the sun, because God has made it for our good, and also He has made it so that and we are protected from the very bad exposure. All right, so the body can make the vitamin, and that's just a long process, so we're not going to go through it today. But I would say that vitamin D is important for the absorption of calcium. It is important. It's the most important vitamins to maintain a good, healthy immune system. It is especially good for ladies because to prevent osteoporosis, especially when you get to the menopausal age group, right? Again, without vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium. So it don't matter how much calcium tablets you're taking, how much milk you're drinking, if you do not have sufficient vitamin D, your body can't absorb it. It can't get into your body, it can't get into your cell. So you are losing out, and it leads to osteoporosis, wasting of your bone and so forth, and leaching of the bone as well. So these are important, all right? It affects the parathyroid gland, and that's also important to maintain your metabolism of food and everything of that sort. Vitamin D also improves your muscles. It is good, as we say, for your immune system. It also reduces inflammation in your body, right? It is good in the process of glucose metabolism. So vitamin D is just really, really important in your body, and you need it, all right? How can you get it? LiveGood, $8.50 for the member. If you're not a member, but you want to buy it on the retail, it's still not expensive, $14. just a $5 or $6 difference, and you can still have it. What does it do? Support your bones. It supports your muscle strength and your immune function. It helps prevent inflammatory disease, and also is very good for your heart. So vitamin D is something you want to have. And look at the cost. I told you earlier on that you can actually save with LiveGood. Vitamin D, LiveGood, 1 month supply, $8.50 for the member. Another very good company has their vitamin D, the same 2,000 strength, D2000. We have vitamin K along with our vitamin D. They don't even have it, but and they sell theirs for $34, 34 US dollars. We sell ours for less than $9, right? You see the same thing here, $21. You are saving 75% in this case, 60% in this case by just getting your product with LiveGood. Magnesium. Magnesium is so important. They couldn't put it in the multivitamins. It has to stand on its own because you need enough of it for the day. Every single day, over 300 biochemical reaction takes place in your, is directly related to the use of magnesium, right? It is involved in the reaction, in these body reactions. And without it, your muscles, the function of your muscle is affected. The function of your nerve is affected. Your energy level is affected, right? Your sleep is affected if you do not have sufficient magnesium. Some persons say they can't sleep, and so they go to the doctor. I want Valium. I want a tranquilizer. You know, some persons have problems with managing stress, right? And depression and so forth. Magnesium is the big culprit, right? You need that magnesium in your system to get you focused, to give you the ability to manage stress, to prevent bone and loss, and even to increase your exercise performance. Magnesium also is important to manage your blood sugar. For persons who have diabetes, you know, especially persons who have diabetes or or pre-diabetics and so forth. You want to, but just a normal person, you want to also have it. So you don't have to get to diabetes or pre-diabetes, all right? So it is very, very important. It is absolutely important for bones, for nerves, and for your heart as well, all right? Magnesium is really, really important. And what's the cost? $8.95 in US for the member. And our competition, $28.50, $28.90. You see how much you're saving, all right? And we are giving you the very, very best magnesium, and the salt is glycinate and gluconate. These are the very most bioavailable magnesium that you will ever find. We study it, we present to you the very, very best. For men, in particular, magnesium is important to prevent the risk of prostate disorder. So whether it is benign prostatic hyperplasia, that is enlargement of the prostate, or prostate cancer, or tumor, or whatever, magnesium is absolutely very important. And the studies are showing that when the ratio of calcium to magnesium is imbalanced, your risk of getting prostate disorder is increased. All right. So there needs to be a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 calcium to 1 magnesium. And if there is an imbalance in there, it would cause the increase. So it tells you that magnesium is directly related to preventing prostate disorder. Now, organic super red. The most, and Marva spoke about at the beginning, said that I am taking super red. And I must confess, I do take super red. Maybe if you look behind me, you'll see some of the containers that I'm using and those I have used. I do take super red, but not all the time. As a matter of fact, Marva, my stock is finished, and I'll be happy if you send one down from me from Canada. All right, but it is good for cardiovascular health. It is good for circulation. It is good for sexual health as well as brain and cognitive health. How is that possible? The red line of fruits and vegetables is absolutely important to the system. I'll tell you how. In your body produces a chemical called nitric oxide. It is called the vasodilator of your body. What does that mean? It enlarges your vein and allow blood flow into your veins, into your organs, into your cells, and so forth, right? And you think of you having something that has like your pipe or maybe your drainage pipe and it's blocked, the water is not seeping through. Eventually it backs up all the way into your sink, and you probably have to get somebody to remove the impediment or to unchoke it, right? But when it is clean and clear, what happens to the water? They flow freely and they go far and with no resistance. Well, the same thing, that's what nitric oxide does into your system. Super Red enables your body to produce, it provides the raw ingredients your body need to produce nitric oxide. And so it causes your body to increase the veins and the arteries in your system, open it up so that blood can flow freely with no impediment, no resistance. All right. So much blood perfused throughout your body every single day, and on every single part of your body. So that's what how Super Red works. And as we age, our body do not stop producing nitric oxide, or at least the concentration is vastly decreased. The studies show that by the time you're in the 50s, you're producing half of the amount of nitric oxide that you used to produce when you were in the 20s. All right? Half. That is the reason that persons usually start getting the high blood pressure and so forth when they begin to get into this age group, because your body is not producing the nitric oxide to dilate the natural dilation, not the one that you do with the drugs, but the natural dilation of your blood system. And so your vessels begin to constrict. I'm sorry, I have to call you back. I'll have to call you back, yes. Yes. Yeah. Your vessel begins to constrict, and what happens is that your pressure begins to get higher, right? And persons get diagnosed with high blood pressure, and diabetes, and just the circulatory problems and the heart problems and everything of that sort. All right. Now, I don't want to, maybe I'll take a little longer to explain that. Maybe another time when we have a little more time, I will explain that whole process and how it actually works and the scientific way of how it works. But just to see that as it enables the relaxation of the muscle, it opens up, the muscles open up, and then blood flows into the muscles, into the veins, into your cells and everywhere else. Now, for men, that is absolutely important. For women, it is important as well. It increases libido, especially when you talk about sexual health. For men, it enables a man to have an erection because blood is necessary to get into his vital organ, right? And it has to stay there in order for it to maintain an erection. So persons who use Super Red, they talk about how much it increases their sexual drive as well, or their sexual health. And it's a good way, not a chemical way, not a Viagra kind of way, just a good way of increasing your circulation throughout your body. And that is just a wonderful byproduct of it. All right. So, and what does it have? Alfalfa grass, barley grass, beetroots. We're talking about really, really good stuff. Hawthorn berry has so much antioxidant in it. Aronia fruit berry, vitamin C powerhouse, spinach, pomegranate, grapeseed. These are the stuff we're talking about here, and the berries and so forth. And this is what is causing all that magic in your system. It brings down your blood pressure because of the dilation of the veins and the arteries. It's a natural way of bringing down your pressure and increasing your circulation. So Super Red is absolutely important. How much is that? It is $18. $18 for the LiveGood member. Maybe $24, I think, if you buy it on retail. But look at the other competition. Organifi, Red Juice, similar kind of product, but it's in a juice form. But look at the cost, $70. Super Beets it's mainly based on beets and nothing else. We have beets and pomegranates and grapeseed and everything else we talked about here. And theirs is almost $40, ours is $18. So you can see how much you're saving by just getting this from LiveGood. Super Green, there's counterpart to Super Red, Super Green. And Super Green does just as much wonder, but this we're talking about the greens. And all of us know the greens are good. The things that the children do not love, the broccoli and the alfalfa and this kind of thing, they do not like it because we make the grimace in our face when we give it to them, or maybe we don't use it, but we ask them to consume it. You know, so, but it is absolutely important for your immune protection, right? The greens, we know that, right? We tell persons that, we preach it. You need to have your vegetables. You need to increase that, not just for your roughage, but it's good for digestive health, but not just for that, but because of the nutrients that it provides for your body, energy and recovery, stress support. Also, it detoxes your system. So absolutely very important, the same price as the thing. And you look at the ingredients we have here, you see this, the alfalfa, the wheatgrass, you see the chlorella and spirulina, the matcha powder, moringa, and aloe vera, dandelion, all of the great stuff. All of them is inside there, and it really, really tastes good, right? And it also has some blackberry and strawberry, raspberry, and so forth. And also has dairy-free yogurt culture. Now, why is that important? It produces, that is the culture, not non-dairy source, because we deal with plants, that produces lactobacillus. The lactobacillus is especially important for ladies, right? To keep the colony of the bad fungus away and to prevent the yeast infection and so forth, right? So that is, sometimes they'll tell you eat the yogurt and so forth, but that is even better because it doesn't have any dairy, especially if you have a problem with your dairy, all right? And you're vegan or vegetarian or so forth, you want to avoid it. Coconut water, beetroots, I mean, just name it. It's all, everything is nice, and it is sweetened by stevia, which is a natural leaf, no sugar, refined sugar or anything of that sort. So it is USDA organic, it is non-GMO, just everything here. You can see all vegan, 100% vegan, caffeine-free, nut-free, soya-free. Absolutely wonderful, right? And that is just for $18 in the industry. Then we have complete plant-based protein, especially for persons, you want to move away from the meat, the red meat and so forth, and you want to consume a little more of your vegetables and so forth, but maybe you don't have that, your beans and your thing, maybe, that's a good supplement because it's a complete plant-based protein. And it has pretty much it has all of the essential amino acids, right? And it's also added 26 vitamins and minerals essential for your body's health, right? So it helps. So what does it do? It rebuild and restore muscle and joints, build and maintain lean muscle. Along with that, there is the essential amino. And just today, I was speaking to my colleague about that. She's into the gym and so forth, and she's using she was using something. I said, "What is it that you have there?" And she said, "That's something for my pre-workout." I said, "Do you know that LiveGood also has this?" And she said, when I said it has essential amino, she said, "Oh yeah, it has it inside of it." But you know something? I think I would have to try the LiveGood one, because here is what it does. It gives you a natural boost because of the amino acid inside of it. And the amino acid is already in the simple form for your body to work, right? It's not like protein that has to be broken down again to amino acids. It's already in that natural form. And immediately, almost immediately, let's say before you're going to do your workout or something, you take this thing and it actually it promotes your energy, but it also promotes your focus. I have used it because I used to get, after a long day's work driving home, I used to get sleepy or maybe, drowsy. And then I started saying, instead of taking it in the morning, let me take it on the evening, on the afternoon before I leave. And this thing will keep me awake. It doesn't have caffeine. It doesn't have any drugs or any chemical. It's just natural liquid. Not that liquid, it's a powder form, but you just put it into anything and you just dissolve it, and then you drink this thing, and it actually keeps you awake and keeps you focused. The afternoon fatigue that you have after you eat your food and you're getting that niggeritis and so forth, it actually prevents that. It's a really, really natural way of getting this thing done and not having to take any drugs or anything of this sort. All right. Factor 4 is so important. Factor 4 is probably the number one, the first and only inflammatory management supplement that is there, maybe the very, very best. It is formulated by one of the world's top immunologists called Dr. Heather Volz. And what she did, she took 4 of the world's most powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients, right? What are they? Fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic. And she put this thing together, and persons who have been on it tell you that this thing work. I have a friend who saw my lecture, and she told me, I'm kind of may not be able to join right now, but I'm interested in one product here, Factor 4. Do you have it? Or when are you next ordering? Can you order one for me? I did. And then I went on holiday in November last year. I was out for a month. And she came, when I came back in December, the very first time I came back to the clinic, she came and she said, and she was beaming and like, what happened? She complained about the pain that she was having. She tried everything and she heard me talking about it and she wanted to try it for joints and so forth. And she said, it worked. It worked. And I said, what worked? She said, the Factor 4 work. I have absolutely no pain. I don't even realize exactly where the pain left me, but I have absolutely, and that was one bottle. She had not even used more than one. And she said to me, it worked. And the next thing she said was, when are you ordering again? I need another one, you know? And I said, well, why don't you join and order it for yourself and get it at a discounted price, you know? So 1850 would give you that Factor 4. What it does, fight inflammation, support joint and organ health, promotes immune system, and also is very good for a healthy circulation. We talked about circulation just now. But I'll tell you something. Inflammation, chronic inflammation disease is the #1 cause of sickness and death in the world. The #1, right? What are we talking about? Disease such as stroke, cancer, heart disease, arthritis, kidney, autoimmune, liver disease, all of them are as a result of chronic inflammation in the system. So if you have natural products, in this case, the fish oil, the fish oil for the source of, that's the better source, the best source of omega-3. So you get the fish oil, you know, you used to use that cod liver oil before growing up, and vitamin B and so forth. That's the omega-3. So fish oil, yeah, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic. And if you use this thing, you actually see result. Marva here can tell you within days of using it, she could dance again, and she couldn't walk before. So she'll tell you about that.
True. True.
Yes. Did I
100%.
say it wrong? Did I say it wrong?
No,
Okay.
I am telling you, my knees are working.
Mm.
After taking this 4 days, I'm
After
running
4 days, there you go. There
after
you
four
go.
days. Doesn't
Yes.
work for 4 days for everybody because my friend,
Mhm.
hers took longer, but
Yes.
she's singing the praises of Factor 4 now.
Right. And I
That's
said
it.
for me, I had this pain that right there in there. And I said, well, I have to be arthritis and so forth. And that was just nagging. And every now and then I had to get a steroid tablet, dexamethasone. And I would take one and I would get a relief for 3 or 4 days, no pain and so forth. And then it would slowly come back, slowly come back. And I started taking the Factor 4 and only one bottle, right? It didn't work immediately. Honestly, it did not work immediately. I kept saying, everybody's talking about how this thing is working, but I'm not seeing anything. And then I started taking this thing, and then the pain is gone. It's completely gone, right? So it actually works. Factor 4 is for inflammation and for joint pains and so forth. It's really, really good. All right. So persons who are interested in losing weight, very, very natural way. There is what they call an organic coffee. I guess it's just the organic, the coffee flavor. You could have maybe a vanilla or whatever, and I wish that when they do have this one, because I don't use the coffee at all. But it is good for, it has mushrooms, and the mushroom help you lose weight, right? It also has Peruvian ginseng that helps with your learning and your memory and so forth. So it's a very, very nice supplement for those who can use it to help you lose weight. But of course, without that, the amino acid and the complete plant-based protein also help with the weight loss as well. So if you're not able to use this one, then you can always use another. All right. So there is CBD oil. And the CBD oil, you probably have heard about it. A lot of you have heard about medicinal marijuana, right? Long ago, when the whole narcotics thing was about, all of the Caribbean, all of these countries passed a law say that cannabis is bad, and you know it causes the high and so forth, and just ban this thing and throw out everything. If you see the tree, cut it out and so forth. In recent times, they're softening their stance. Now I will tell you, no matter if it's marijuana, tobacco, banana leaves, paper, anything that you smoke is bad, period, right? Avoid it. Run from smoking. Just don't get involved, don't start or nothing. Whether it has any addictive property or not, just smoking is a bad practice, right? I don't want to go into details here, but when you take the smoke, you bypass your body's natural defense against smog and dust and everything. In your all these little hair in your nose, sometimes you shave them off. They're there for a reason, right? To trap the bigger particles that would have gone into your lungs and cause inflammation in your lungs, right? So when you smoke, you take it through your mouth and you bypass these and get straight down here, get into the epiglottis and straight into pass the epiglottis straight into your air pipe and down to your lungs. So what was supposed to be trapped up there gets straight into your lungs. On your lung, the cilia hairs on your lungs, they try all their life trying to get this thing expelled, and it doesn't go anywhere. And your body begins to build inflammation around it. Inflammation, constant inflammation, right? Trying to neutralize it, trying to get rid of it, trying to do everything. You just can't get it. You remember the time when the person used to have a condition called mesothelioma, where the asbestos and so forth that used to enter into the lungs and give the people cancer, was the same process. That's exactly what happened when you smoke. So if it's cigarette you're smoking, you're gonna cause it. If it's marijuana you're smoking, it's gonna cause everything. No matter how much you think marijuana is good for you or whatever, if you smoke it, it's gonna cause problem. All right, so tell that to your friends and everybody else you know that's smoking. Get rid of it, and the sooner the better, because COPD is a dangerous disease, right? Now, however, the plant itself has very, very good property. Not everything inside. It has what is called phytocannabinoids, right? That is ingredients in there that have very, very powerful antioxidants. There are some of them, they have discovered over 113 cannabinoids in the marijuana, in the cannabis plant. The most prominent and prevalent one is cannabidiol, CBD, and you need to read up on it, right? CBD is not THC. THC is tetrahydrocannabinol. That is the type of, that is the cannabinoid inside of the plant that causes you to get high and cause the addiction. Cannabidiol is another type of cannabinoid, but this one is actually really, really good as a medicine, right? It has been proven, have been shown, and these ones I tell you, they are not things that people are talking about. These are things that is scientifically proven and is being used for that to relieve pain and inflammation, arthritis, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, even post-traumatic stress disorder, right? It is good for in cancer-related symptoms. It is good to reduce the muscle spasm that people have in multiple sclerosis. It is good to treat seizures, right? As well as Parkinson's, autism, cerebral palsy, the list goes on. They're making a lot more tests on it to see exactly how good. It's very, very good in pain relief as well. So it is really, really good. And unfortunately for us in St. Lucia and some of the Caribbean islands and even Canada, it is still banned. It's still illegal to transport it. So you may not be able to get this one soon. But in time, I know they're working on the legislation to allow these things like cannabidiol to come through, because that has nothing to do with addiction or anything of that sort. But I'll just tell you, the one that's in LiveGood is have a 750 milligram CBD, pure CBD oil, and it's sold for only $18. Green Roads have a CBD oil that has 550 milligrams. That's 200 milligrams less than ours. The bottle looks the same size, and yet theirs is sold for a whopping $90. And LiveGood is only sold for $18. How much did you save? 79%. Young Living have a similar, theirs is only 500 milligrams, ours is 750 milligrams. So in other words, ours is more powerful, stronger, but yet it is sold for almost 1/5 of the cost, right? That is the power of LiveGood. Everything is sold at a minimum cost. Very, very low cost, just above the manufacturing cost. And I'll tell you why. LiveGood does not require you to sell products in order to pay a compensation. Most other network marketing company, they mark up their the goods, sometimes 5, 10, sometimes up to 10 times higher than what they actually made it, so that they can get enough money on the sales of the product in order to pay compensation. And that is the fallacy in these companies. That's why a lot of them are declining because people can't afford to pay these high prices anymore. They're getting smart, they're reading up and so forth. They recognize this thing does not cost so much to make, but yet they are charging them so much, right? And so persons are leaving these companies. Where are they heading to? LiveGood. And the same products that you were getting for $60, they're getting down in LiveGood for $18, right? It is saving. They are saving and they are getting better products. If you're into energy and endurance and you're an athlete and you're doing, playing football, high sport and, high energy games and so forth, this is a good product to have, right? Energy, endurance, and electrolyte with everything that is ready. All the ingredients are here, listed here, tell you what it is. Increase energy and alertness, boost stamina and muscle strength. Everything is here, all right? So if you're doing your gym and so forth. Now, when you look at bulk up in another company, they have theirs for $50. Ours, similar product, $18. Alpha Brain, same thing, $50. So you're actually saving, all right? We have recently came up with the essential oils, and these essential oils help relieve stress. Whilst you're studying, can just, you let the aroma in the thing, and that actually can reduce your stress, gets you to get more focus and so forth. And also there are some of them that's for energy, some of them is for relieving pain and also promoting sleep. Now, what are these? You think there are some chemicals? No. Lemon essential oil, lavender essential oil, tea tree, peppermint and so forth, frankincense and so forth, and the immunity blend that helps with your immunity. And you see the difference in the LiveGood price, $49.50, $49.95, and doTERRA has the same 6 item for $209. Young Living, $252. All right, so you can see that's why LiveGood is so popular and so many persons are joining this. Some of them are joined for the money part, some of them are joined for the health part, but either way, you have both. You can do both. It's two business running in the same, and it can improve. If you're really into athletics, into bodybuilding and protein shake and creatine and so forth, here is one here, and the cost is just $20. Now, if you love to have nice skin, and to remove some of the wrinkles and so forth as you start getting older, this instant youth actually works. And actually bought one just to see if it actually works, and it actually does, right? Instant youth. Within 2 minutes of you putting this thing on, you actually feel the skin tightening, all right? It's made from natural ingredients, from some fruits that they have recognized that have an effect on the skin, and they put it together. There's another wonderful one that I actually bought this one as well, ageless. And it is, what it does, it contains collagen. Now, collagen is what your skin has, especially when you're young, that makes your skin look plump and full and radiant and nice and feel soft and everything of that sort. When you start getting older, your body stops producing collagen, and that leads to the development of wrinkles and the appearance of your age. Your skin is aging, getting dry and saggy. So if you have a nice product that helps put this collagen back into your skin, guess what's going to happen? Gonna, in a sense, stop the aging process or reduce on it. I should say reduce, not stop, but reduce on it and make you look young again, right? And this is 12 nutrient-rich superfood that helps unpack this into your skin. There is also the collagen peptide. That's for persons who, it's a more concentrated product that persons who want to strengthen their muscle, especially persons who are into bodybuilding, persons who are have a lot of strenuous activity on their joints and so forth. And I see people who play football, these are really, really good to help that. But also that is also essential for helping persons who have problem in their joints and their mobility and not able to move. This could be very, very good. It helps rebuild the ligaments and the tendons and so forth. And also persons who probably have, it helps your nail grow again. It helps your hair quality as well, and so forth. So collagen, read about collagen. It is the structural protein for mostly everything in our body. All right. But as you age, your body produces less and so forth. And that's just part of the aging process. Energy patches, sleep patches, last 8 hours, natural ingredients. If you want everything in LiveGood, it's just $390. If you just want a little something, you can buy individual or you could buy by the pack. Daily essential pack with your vitamins, your vitamin D and your magnesium, that's just $27 for the member. If you really want to lose weight, you want to put in the amino acid and if you want to add the coffee, you can get this thing here and it's less than 100. So all of this, they have them in packages like that, and they have them individually. If you ultimate wellness, you have the super green and super red and the protein. If you're really into energy, your sport, whatever that you're doing, you need all of that. The aminos, your super red, your coffee, and so forth, and they have packs like that. But again, I said you can do it individually. Now, how do you become a member of LiveGood? To really, really gain all of these wonderful products is simple. The person who probably invited you have a link, because as a member, a link is generated for you. And you just provide that link to the individual. They click on it, page opens that tells them to reserve a position, and then an email is sent to them how they could actually join. But how much do you need to join? That's important. So ultimately what you need is $40. $40 makes you a member of LiveGood. You never have to pay that $40 again. One time. What you do now, every month, you pay $9.95, round it up $10. $10 to maintain your membership. Now, what other companies have membership? Amazon Prime. In order to maintain the Amazon Prime $15, $14.99, you have to pay every month. And then you get your Amazon price. They ship the product maybe without charging you, or they give you a 5% cash back on your product, on your product. So, but you have to maintain. The moment you stop paying your membership, then that your privilege is taken away, right? Costco, right? Sam's Club. These companies have membership, right? Netflix have membership. If you want to watch your movies and you don't want to have any kind of advertisement and so forth, you have to pay, right? Your $10, and if you don't pay your Netflix, you're not going to have the privilege of watching the movies for free, right? And not having the ads and so forth. So, so membership is the way the world is going now, and the people who take part in membership programs, they actually benefit because they get their price at discount. Maybe their shipping is free and so forth, and so they're saving some money by keeping the money in their pocket. So LiveGood has a membership. It's a membership, a company membership model. And that is your only commitment. After you've paid your $40 to become a member, the only commitment is paying $9.95 a month. Now, you would think that is good enough for all of the benefits and all of the discounted products I just showed you and so forth. But with that $9.95, there is something more that is added. Now, all right, there's something more. You were given what is called a Powerline landing page. A link is created for you like this. That's mine, for example. And if somebody you've spoken to wants to join, the interested maybe in the products, maybe in the compensation plan I'll talk about just now, all you do is give them that link, and they press on this, and they get a page like this. After they watch the video, 5-minute video that talks about LiveGood and what it's all about, then they get a page that says reserve your position. And you put in your name and your email, and as soon as you reserve that position, reserving position is no cost at all. You're just reserving, you're not paying, you have nothing to put down, anything of that sort. You just reserve it. And then an email is sent to you and tell you how you could go ahead and complete your registration. $40 and $10, $50, you're part of LiveGood. If you want to do the yearly subscription, which is even better, persons only have to pay $140, and they are covered for entire year. They don't have to pay any $10 per month. The entire 12 months is covered in $140. $40 to become a member, and just $100 to cover 12 months. You see an advantage already, because 10 by 12 would be $120, but they're charging you $100. In other words, you're getting $20 discount if you do the year package. But don't fret. Here's what LiveGood does. If you at the beginning, maybe a little skeptical, or maybe you don't have the money, and you say, okay, what I can do for now is pay a month, and every month I'll give 10. That's easy on my pocket. I'll pay $10 every month. LiveGood says, if at any time after you started, even if you started with the $10 and you want to upgrade to the year package and be covered for 12 months, all you have to pay is just $100. And they will cover you for the 12 months, no matter at what point, whether you start at the very beginning or maybe 1 month later or 2 months later. All you have to do is just pay the $100, $99.95 to be exact, and you're covered for 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, you could continue. You could decide you're going to go 1 month. You could go anything you want. But if you're doing very well in LiveGood, you're seeing success, your products are coming in on time, and you're seeing a change in your body, there's no reason that you want to quit. Now, here's the other thing. LiveGood allows you to have a compensation. With the $10 that you are contributing every month, LiveGood opens for you an e-store, an online store in your name. When you open the store, you see, welcome to Alvin Charles' website. It's customized to every person. That online store that is created for you has all of the products I've just mentioned and more, and what this will be coming as well. And on that store, which is your store, LiveGood enables you to sell this product. Somebody sees the product, they click on it, it goes into their cart, they pay for it, 1, 2, 3, whatever, how much they want to buy. LiveGood takes all of the back office management thing, the credit card situation, posting the stuff on for the person. You do nothing. All you do is use your influence and your websites and your social media to put on your business, advertise it, put a little promo on your YouTube or whatever. People come there, they make purchases. Here's what LiveGood do. At the end of the month, they share the profits that they make on all the sales that was done from your website. They share the sales, they share the profit with you. And I'll tell you how much they give you just now. So having seen all what that LiveGood does in terms of your health and your products and so forth, LiveGood have another business running concurrently. Tell you, if you're an affiliate member, you paid your $40, we have 7 different ways of giving you money back. 7. Here's how it goes. So if you have your Powerline link, you send it to your friend, tell him, come and watch this program. This is really, really good. And they say, wow, I want to be part of that. They come on board, they pay their $50. They come on board to become a member. They themselves now have their own link that they can share with their friends. All right? And as many as they can. But every person that you share with and who become a member of LiveGood brings in $50 to join. LiveGood cuts the $50, half and half. LiveGood keeps 25, and they give you 25. So think about it. The first month you came in, you pay $50, you came into LiveGood. You're a member, you're a full affiliate member. You share your link with 2 friends. They join. Or maybe 5, but 2 of them join. Guess what you have just made? You have broken even. You got 25 for the first one that joined and 25 for the second. You've gotten your $50 back. As easy as that. Right? If you add 2, 3, 4, 5 more persons into your organization, that is profit. Every person that comes, that you yourself directly brought in using your link, $25. And you get it the following week. Right? So the person coming this week, and next week, your $25 is deposited into your back office. Right? Now, you can decide, bring 4 persons, I make $100, I pay for my year subscription. As easy as that, right? And I'm not worried for the entire year. For 12 months, I don't have to say, well, did I pay for this month? Nothing of that sort. And anything that you make within that time is a profit. You can take it out, you can do whatever you want with it. It's really exciting to see how LiveGood does this thing. Now, here's what happens. There is, beyond that first $25 because you joined that person, what if the person that you brought in, so let me use a name here. I bring in Abigail. When Abigail came in, I made $25 from Abigail. Now Abigail is in, she now invites Susan, right? So Abigail makes $25 from Susan's subscription. But because I brought in Abigail, who brings in Susan, Susan is now my 2nd generation. The moment I have by 2 already, now LiveGood says, not only would you not get the 50% because Abigail was the one who brought her, but you will get a 10% off it. So the extra $25 that LiveGood holds back, they give me 10% of it because she falls in my 2nd generation. If I become a silver, then I can go 4 generations down, right? So in other words, LiveGood keeps giving back. It's not keeping the money. The $25 that it keeps, all the people that Susan becomes their 2nd generation, they get $5 of that. So that LiveGood now have only $20 and they have given out $30 of the 50. If you get to silver, they give another $5. So that's 25. If you get to diamond, you can be making money from persons that sign up 10 generations below you and still be making a 50 cents here, a 50 cents there, and so forth and so forth. And it adds up at the end of every week, right? So that's one way LiveGood gives back. The second way LiveGood gives back is that as persons begin to come into your organization, you are given two direct space under you. So you bring in your first, you bring in your second. That these spaces are full. Then if you have a third person, you make the $25 in the fast start, but in the matrix, they fall under one of your two because you don't have no direct space under you. So they naturally fall under one of your teammates, one of the persons that you brought in. So supposing you have brought in all of these six, you two on your first line, everybody has two. So two on the second, that's four. So you have 6 persons so far. But now your first Abigail begins to work. Abigail gets 2. She has no more space directly under her, so it falls in the next position. So here's what's happening. A team is being built, and everybody's contributing to the team, right? Everybody's contributing to the team. Whether you bring the person or those under you bring the person, that team is being built. And pretty soon, next level has 8, it's going to fill. The 4th level has 16, it's going to fill. And you can go up to 15 levels down. Now, 15 levels down is a lot of people. 65,000 persons. Now, will you ever get there? Maybe not. Maybe you get 1/4 of the place. Maybe. If you get to 4,000 persons in your team, the LiveGood says for every person that falls in your team every month, and it grows every month because more persons are being added by your friends and those that came after you, the LiveGood give you 25% of their commission. So of the $10 that they paid, they would give you 25 cents. Now, it has to spread that 25 cents for a lot of people, right? So pretty much all of that $10 is taken up. So it doesn't start as very big. Your first 2 person, you get 50 cents, 25 each. The next line is full, you get 150. But as 14 persons come in and 30 persons come in, it begins to grow, 25 cents. So if there are 100 persons in your team, how much do you make? $25. And that's on a monthly basis, right? And later on, as your team begins to grow, and maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're setting up yourself, all you pay, you remember, your $10, maybe you pay it by the year, and you don't have to worry about this until the next year. Your team is growing, you're showing the plan, you're encouraging your teammates, you're showing them how to get, so you have 1,000 persons in your thing, you make $250 every month. That's US dollars, right? And you never know. There are persons right now who have 65,000 persons in their matrix, and they're making 16,800 and 7,300 every month. That's a lot of money. The diamond person gets to that stage, right? And the platinum persons and gold and platinum can get to 8,000, and so forth. These are good money, that good residual money that you can make in a legitimate way, right? Helping your teammates, sharing the plan, sharing your link and so forth. And you can be making that on a monthly basis. That's a matrix. That's the second. The matching bonus is even bigger. Here's what the matching bonus is. For everybody under you, they are making matrix as well, right? Just as you made, they're making, because there are people being built under them, right? So if you have, let's say you sign in 6 persons, right? Or maybe 10 persons that you brought in personally. Over the months, you have brought in 10 persons. LiveGood tells you that for every dollar that is made by any person that you brought in, that falls under you, every dollar that's made in their matrix, LiveGood matches it by 50% for you. So here's an example. If you have 10 persons, and over time, each of them are making $6,000 per month in their matrix, LiveGood now, for every one of them that makes 6,000, LiveGood gives you 3,000 because you brought them in. LiveGood says, we are not just helping you for the first time you bring them in, but continuously, perpetually, until maybe the company finally says, we have made enough money. I don't know. They're there for a long time. They set up themselves for a long time. So if they're there for 20 years, you are making that amount of money every month. You remain, and all that enables you to remain and to get that money is your $10 that you pay on a monthly basis. Right? Now, the numbers may not be as so big, but let's say you have 6 persons and each of them make $100 in the matrix, you will be getting 6 by $50. You're making half of it, right? 6 by 50 is how much? $300. That's beside your own matrix and what you made. And that's on a monthly basis. That's a matching bonus. And I'll show you the power of the matching bonus on the last slide. The retail commission I told you earlier on, you have that website, that you have that online website, and your products, you advertise it, and you put it on your Facebook, you put it on your different website. Persons are seeing your link, you click on it, the inquisitive ones too may click on it and they see, whoa, this is super rare. Wow. They can read up on about the product, how good it is and what it's for and so forth. Say, wow, I could purchase that. They would purchase it for $24 because they're not a member. If they're a member, they get it for $18, right? But so they make a $6 profit. The company makes a $6 profit here, but it was sold from your website. So at the end of the month, the company reconciles its books and says, this super red, maybe 10, maybe 2, maybe a protein shake was sold there as well. Maybe at the end of the month, they made $100 profit from your website. The company takes half of it and they give you half. So in other words, every dollar that you make that is made in profit, they give you 50 cents and they keep 50 cents, right? So if it's $100, you would have $50, the company keeps up $50. But that is not all. If you are growing, by that time you're probably growing, you have added more than 2 persons, you're now a brand. The company says instead of the $50, the 50%, we're gonna add 10% to it. So you keep 60% of the profit and we only keep 40%. If you get a silver, well, you keep 70% and we keep just 30%. The company keeps giving back. As you start growing the company, let's say you get to diamond, you'll be keeping 80% of the profit and the company only keeps 20%, right? That's how they work. Now there's a bonus, something that they just added, just for fun. They just want to help persons and give us money back, customer acquisition bonus. You bring in somebody into the company and they make a purchase. But the very first purchase that they make, the company pays you 10% worth of whatever the purchase was made, right? So if they made a $300 purchase for the first time buying products, the company would give you 10% of that, which is $30. You just see that appear in your back office. You ask, what's that? I didn't know. Well, the company just giving you bonuses, right? You work and they reward you. Yeah. So that is how it works. Now, then there is the influencer bonus. There are some persons who can sell. They have the ability, or maybe they have contacts. They have contact with a pharmacy. They have contact with a gym, and they want to sell up some of these protein shakes and so forth. And here's what. And these people are buying how many, because they sell it back to the patrons and so forth. And they can make a $5,000 sale for that month. If they make that, the company says, along with the 50% that you do, we will add 10% to it. So in other words, you will get 70% of the profit. And if you make a $10,000 sale for that month, you get an additional 30 along with your 50. That makes 80%. So the company is just giving back on the money that it's making, honestly. So that's the influencer. Then there's the really big one is when everybody hope to get someday. And I say someday is not something that happens overnight. It takes hard work, but it's a diamond pool bonus. If you become a diamond in the company, that's the highest rank. The company now, what it does, at the end of every month, it puts 2% of its total sale for the month in what is called a diamond pool. And every person who a diamond, they divide equally the amount that is in there. Let me give an example. The first diamond, a guy called Tim Miller, black man, he became a diamond in 4 weeks since he started the business. He just went to work. He went to work. The guy was, well, I don't say homeless, but he had some family problems. His wife had left him. The courts gave the wife everything that they owned. He was living in a motel. And he was just looking for different business online to see where he can make enough money to pay his motel fee for the month. That was how bad things was with him, right? And he came across, in fact, a friend of him told him about LiveGood, and he got to work and he said, this thing can work, you know? And he started bringing his friends and so forth, and these guys started making $25. And before long, he had the word around. Because he was a popular guy before he hit rock bottom. So he knew some persons, and in 4 weeks, the guy became a diamond. Well, the diamond pool finally opened. For that month, maybe I think 1 month into the company, or maybe a month and 2 months, the company had made some sales, good enough sales that a diamond, the 2% represented 25%, $25,000. Well, guess who got the $25,000? Tim Miller, because he's the only diamond. He didn't have to share it with anybody. All went to him, right? By the next month, there were 2 more diamonds. So there are 3 diamonds in the company. And you would think, oh, wow, you enjoy your 25,000, now it's coming down. No, it did not come down. You know why? Because by the next month, the company had grown so much that there was so much more sales that their 2% was no longer represented 25,000, it represented $69,000. The 3 of them shared it equally, and each of them got $23,000 to go home. Yeah, just in that single bonus called a diamond pool bonus. When you're a diamond in the company, you are a shareholder of the company. And every month they make sales, you get a guarantee to have money coming your way. All right. So that's the aspiration for everybody. Will everybody get there? Maybe not. But let me just show you something. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is an example of what a diamond makes in the company on a monthly basis. This person made this in December 30th to January the 5th. All right, it shows you that's a week. And the entire thing was between the month of December, started December the 9th to the 15th. On a week, they made $1,000, $1,900. The next week, every week, they pay you. If you're especially in those that are weekly basis, and there are some that are monthly basis. By the end of the month, after they had gotten all that in the week, and the month, they made $81,000. Wow. Now here's what the 81,000 broke down to. They made $1,200 in the matrix, 25 cents on everybody, right? So it tells you that that person had over 5,000 persons in the company already, 5,000, and you break that down to 25 cents, you get 1,200. He made 1,209, so a little more than that. So he made that in the matrix, but each one of these persons that he brought also made some money. Maybe they made $900 in the matrix. So supposing he has 100 persons that he added to the company, it will be 100 by 100. Maybe 100. If the person he made 1,000, the person makes 900, and 900 on each case he will get 450 by 100. That's 4,000. But he made even more than that. He made 54,000 because they have generational. The first level, then the second level, the third level. He made $54,000 in the matching bonus alone. Retail, he didn't make anything, maybe $11 something. He's not really active about selling stuff. And the diamond, he made another 29,000, 25,000. You know how much he made for the month? 81,266. That is an actual back office of an actual person in LiveGood currently in just 1 month. So that's why everybody is aspiring. Will you get there? God knows, right? The harder you work, the easier your chance, and so forth. But it's possible, all right? And these are legitimate money. How did they get all that money? Where did you get all the money? The $10 that everybody is paying is what is used primarily for their compensation. That's why your $10 is important, right? So you pay your $10. Right now, LiveGood have over 1 million persons. Think about it, 1 million persons, 1 million times 10, that's $10 million is available for the compensation. And that doesn't involve any kind of selling of product. That's why selling of product is not a requirement. You can do it and make some money in your on your sales, on your email, on thing, but it's not something that is required. That just the $10 membership is what is used to redistribute according as persons qualify. All right. And that's why LiveGood is so different from every other company. Little $10 that you're paying and you're getting all their benefits and your products and everything, but yet they can use that $10 to pay back their compensation, whether they sell any product for the month or not. But they are selling, obviously. That's why they can put 2% in the diamond, and the diamond people are coming out with $8, $10, $15, $25,000. In this case, I just showed you the guy had $25,000 from his diamond pool, right? And he was not the only diamond in there, right? So that's, you give LiveGood $10. How do they pay you back? That's very important, of course. So I told you about how it can come into your back office, and you can go into your, what is called a credit card. You can activate your credit card, and you can pay you directly there. You can get paid if you have a US bank, all right. You do your KYC and so forth. And then you can get directly deposited into your US bank. But if you're like me, that's in the international thing, we are international, we don't have access to American bank or so forth, then you can get it paid through your global e-wallet that is powered by iPayout. That is all kind of set up in your back office. You can activate this. And as the money is paid into your e-wallet, from there, you can wire transfer it to your account, or you can make a bank transfer or whatever, right? Of course, there is a little cost involved in that, but that's just part of the industry. You do a wire transfer, you have to pay some extra, right? But you will get your money into your bank, into your wherever you need it. You can also buy a prepaid card, and the prepaid card is just $10, right? It's a MasterCard that you can ask to upload your money, how much ever what you want to do, how much into, if you have $1,000 and you want to upload 500 onto your thing, you write, there's a transaction you do at the back office, and it is done. When your MasterCard has its $500, you can go out and do your shopping. You can use it on Amazon, just what you would do with your Visa or your MasterCard. You can go to the point of sale and swipe it, or maybe just scan it and pay for your groceries and pay for anything, because you have money. When that 500 is finished and you want to upload another 500, you do that. Or if you want to put 1,000, you're traveling and you want to put 1,500, you have it. As long as you have it in your back office, you can upload it onto your card. You can make a reservation at a hotel and give in your card information. It's a legitimate MasterCard, right? So wherever MasterCard is used around the world, it can be used. You can go to your ATM where MasterCard is used and pull out your money, right? If you want to pay gas at your gas station, swipe the card and then you can pay it. So your money can be used and can be accessible to you. The other third way that LiveGood can pay you, if you're into cryptocurrency, you can get paid with your cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Binance, whatever, it can pay you. You just provide the information and you can get paid in this method as well. So having seen all of that, LiveGood is a real legitimate company, real products, and a real compensation plan. And the people I tell you, the 1 million are not phantoms. They are actual people like me, and Marva, and and every one of you that's on the platform here right now. This is what LiveGood is all about: products, sale, and money. All right. So health and wealth, we are dealing with both aspects together. I know it's exciting to you. It's exciting to me. One thing I forgot to mention: if you buy a product from LiveGood, and they're so confident of what they're doing, and they're not just confident, but the legitimacy and the quality of their products. If you purchase a product from LiveGood and it's not satisfactory to your liking, after the product is finished, you have 90 days to send back the empty bottle, and you're guaranteed to get the money that you spent for it. Let me say that again. If you bought Super Red, $18, pay for your freighting or whatever, maybe another $5 or $6. But you bought it for $18 from the company. You use your Super Red, you're not satisfied. You say, this thing is not good, this thing is rotten, this thing is not tasting right. Super LiveGood, I don't like that product. You send the empty bottle back to LiveGood, and within 90 days of you doing the purchase, you're guaranteed to get your $18 back in your back office. No questions asked. And I'll tell you something, within a year of LiveGood doing this business, I think maybe only 2% have sent bottles back. 1 million persons are members. More than that are just retail persons just buy, they're not a member, and all of that sales that they make, maybe in the millions, maybe going close to $1 billion, only 2 persons have sent bottles back, right? And And it's there, the warranty is there, but people are not bothering to do that because the products work. Why would you send and say that the product did not work when the products work, right? And give yourself maybe a black, but although they don't even ask you a question, you didn't like it, here's your money, $18. You know, that $18 not going to make the company richer or not richer, right? But the fact is they make the products, genuine products for us. And we use it and can testify. And here's how it works. Word of mouth. One tell the other, come and see. They come, they see, they tell their friends. And your business is growing, your matrix is growing, your enroller tree is growing, and you're setting yourself up to make good business. Not just now. It may start slow, but as you stay on, it could progress and progress and progress until you see yourself in a legitimate company, not anybody that's running away with your money and you're not sure where the money is being used and they promise you all of these high things that LiveGood every Thursday. The directors have a Zoom, a webinar, and they present their faces. They tell you where they live, whatever. You can write it, you can contact them, you can do every single thing. You can ask them questions. They come on our program sometimes if we invite them, and they give a little speech and so forth. They train you on, they give you motivation. They have all kind of programs running for you to help you grow in this business. And it's really for you. And I tell persons that as a pharmacist, I see too many persons on medication. And medication do not cure people. They kind of maintain, except with antibiotics you're taking to kill germs and so forth. But this chronic illness, they tell you have to be on that for life. Why? Why should you have to be on it for life? Why can't we get a cure for this thing? Well, the cure is not in medicine. The cure is in your food, your supplements, your lifestyle and so forth. Reverse your diabetes through natural means. This is where you get it. And this is what they teach you, a lifestyle, not just popping in medication, but how you can change your life. And here is what is good for you and so forth. And almost every other product, there one maybe they have a little fish oil or something, but almost all of the products are plant-based. All right. So with that said, what would you like to do? I want to be an affiliate. That's what I would say. I haven't even read. When the time I heard about it, I watched 2 programs and I was sold out, right? What I first attracted me was the quality of the products. And then obviously the compensation would be, other persons come for the compensation. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but you are in a very, very good business. And it's a business that you really want to get involved for your own self and for all the persons that could benefit from it as well. All right.